On Friday, controversial Arizona Sheriff Joe Aparicio arrested an undocumented 6-year-old. A 6-year-old has been taken into custody in Arizona because for some reason all that weird shit always happens in Arizona. Now, the girl was with 15 other people believed to be in the country illegally who were traveling to the Midwest and Northeast United States. They believe that's where they were going. And she's been turned over to ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, trying to determine where she's from. Now, she says that she's from El Salvador. Now, when speaking to the media about this, and he's taken a hell of a lot of flack for it, as you would for arresting children, he says, in the future, this will happen again. In other words, he's declared his intention to arrest children in the future. And this comes on the same day that Barack Obama made his announcement concerning immigration, which one is tempted to think is not a coincidence. I mean, it probably is, but given the context of where they are, it feels like it really isn't one. Although I'm pretty sure it actually is. Now, if the name sounds familiar, he's the guy who's currently being sued by the Department of Justice for multiple civil rights violations, including the stop and check your papers Nazi-style policy to see if you're an immigrant, and frequently target Native Americans, massively pissing them off. Now, he's also admitted to using taxpayer resources to pursue an investigation into Barack Obama's birth certificate, a widely debunked conspiracy theory. And not only is it a debunked conspiracy theory, it's completely irrelevant. Barack Obama serves the interests of the ruling elite. Whether you replaced him with someone from the Republican Party, it would be exactly the same. Whether some other Democrat was put in that place, they would have done the exact same thing, making whether or not the president was born in the United States completely irrelevant. Because it's the office of the president that's wrong, not the person that's in it. The person in it can be changed and it will remain the same. The question is, why does this always happen in Arizona? Why are these insane things always happening in Arizona? Gabrielle Giffords gets shot by a right-wing lunatic. The stop you for your papers because you might be an immigrant, and frequently targeted Native Americans, which must really piss them off. They're also the place that protested the building of a Catholic church because they thought it was a mosque, because they were confused by the dome, completely ignoring where the tradition of the dome on top of the Catholic Church actually comes from. I'm wondering what exactly is wrong with Arizona and why they always act this way. Now, the child has been taken into custody, is no doubt being sent to a processing center where the child will be held, probably without food and beaten, and then from there will be sent on to a labor camp where she will no doubt spend the rest of her life working herself to death under slave conditions where she'll eventually be killed for trying to escape. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I was in persecute North Korea mode, because that's exactly what they would automatically assume if that were North Korea. However, what North Korea doesn't do, aside from death camps where they work people to death, there are labor camps, but they're not the horrible horror story that we keep getting fed. But my point is, here we have more evidence that in Arizona, people are being thrown in jail for the color of their skin, or the language they speak, or the race that they happen to be. Arizona, seriously, you're really starting to scare people.